Your ability will take you to the top, but it takes only your character to remain there forever. Clarence Thomas once said that a good manner opens doors that the best education can never open. Think of this. If you ever help somebody and the person didn't thank you, or you are watching television, someone just entered and snatched the remote from you without asking permission. What of if you like sharing your things with your friends and they don't like sharing theirs with you? How will you feel? On the show this morning, we are talking about etiquette and manners. Etiquette is defined as a social rules and manners that are considered sacred and acceptable in the society. And when we talk of manners, we are talking about our behavior based on how we are trained and brought up by our parents. So that tells us that when we are brought up by a parent that do not teach you the right manner, you will be awkward in the society. And if you are trained by parents that are well-mannered, you will be a good-mannered person in the society as well.
Exactly, and in addition to what you just said, etiquette is the respect and consideration which makes us more acceptable, which are the acceptable conduct of rules and regulation in a society. They are more polite, okay? Where manner is a behavior that reflects a person's attitude.
Yes, and to add up to that, I know that etiquette is a code of conduct and a set of societal rules that lets a person behave in a certain kind of way, whilst manner is the proper or polite way to behave in public or to talk to other people and relate with them.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you said something about manners as being a personal behavior. So let's take, for example, we are at a table eating. Then I have food in my mouth whilst talking. Do I say it's a manner or etiquette?
I believe that is why people mistake etiquette and manner, okay? Because with the rule being that you don't have to talk whilst your mouth is full at the dining table, is the etiquette, is the societal, like the conduct, okay? But with you eating, like talking whilst there is food in your mouth, your mouth is full of food, that is the manner, okay? Yes. That is bad manners.
Yeah. And I think most of the times people use these two words interchangeably, but they work hand in hand, okay? Whilst manner is an individual behavior, okay, it's individual, it differs from one person to the other. So it doesn't mean that the way you act, I'm supposed to act the same way. Okay. Exactly. What is different from you to me? It's my manners, or is the way I act, the attitude I show up in public. That is my manner. But when it comes to etiquette, it differs from culture, society. Because some of the cultures we have in Africa is not the same as the cultures we have outside, okay, in those Western world. For example, when you go in some Western world, they see greetings as a form of giving a peg or a kiss on the cheek. But when you come to Africa, in some cultural practices, we bow down and greet.
It's frowned upon.
Yes.
Yeah, and I believe that etiquette dictates the rules of how you should behave in a society. Okay, because in some countries, greeting is like shaking of hands, of hands. But in Japan, like this, you are supposed to bow down, okay. And the deeper you bow, the respect that is shown.
So you are just trying to tell me that when we talk about the etiquette, it changes based on where you find yourself in yourself. So let's say if you're in Ghana, the code and conduct of the way we behave will be different when we go outside Ghana as well. Exactly. But as for the manner, that is about the personality of who you are.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes, and I believe that by all means it means that you are trained with it or raised with it. As they say, charity begins at home.
Yes.
Okay. So by all means it means from your infancy you have to be taught how to behave in a good manner, so as not to behave, let's say, in a bad way, to conform in a different way.
Sure. Yeah. So does that mean that if etiquette differs from culture, then it means that if I'm a Ghanaian, okay, and I travel to a place like, let's say, France or UK, and they are doing things that is strange to me, let's say the way they greet, especially by peg and like hugs and stuff, and me too, in my country, that is not what they do. They bow down and greet. What am I supposed to do when I go to a place like this?
To this one, I will say that it is good when you go to a new environment, you observe the way the people behave before you can also do something. Well, if you don't take time, maybe in Ghana, we know that we only kiss your lover or your wife or whoever it is, yes. But in that place, they do it in a form of greetings. So if you don't observe very well to know their ethics over there, you may understand that.
And I believe that that's why they say that when you go to Rome, you have to do
what
what
Romans
Romans do.
do.
Okay, it means that you have to assimilate yourself with their culture and not just say that because in my country we don't do this. So it's like, I want to learn, okay, or I want to try to learn how it is. But you have to learn. That is the thing. You don't have to just sit there and say that maybe when I go to this place, I can also teach them my culture. Even though you can teach them, but you have to also learn theirs to be able to connect with them and relate with them.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe that good manners also prompts you, okay, let's not forget about good manners, that it also prompts you to say thank you, please, and then sorry. And also makes you not interrupt people when they are talking. Because for the Ashantis like this, let's say in my culture, okay, when someone I give something to your child, and then your child comes to show it to you, mommy, this person gave it to me. I expect you that, like, you come from your place and come to my house personally to come and say thank you. Even though nowadays you can just send, but you have to still come to my house and say thank you.
Let's take this. If your child received a gift from me, so I was not able to come to your house to say thank you, that means I portray a bad manner, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
so it means that as we are talking of manners, we have the good aspect of it and then the bad aspect of it.
Yes.
So what will make somebody or to say that someone has a bad manner?
Oh, okay.
I think the attitude, if etiquette is the acceptable behaviors that makes that helps people to flourish their manners, okay? The acceptable the codes and conduct, the rules and regulation. So if you have a manner that is good, that is acceptable, and people feel at ease around you, it's a good manner.
So
For example,
but how do I portray myself, or what will I do that shows that? Because let's say, for example, I'm going to a place, then I meet somebody where I didn't greet the person, I just bypass the person. Then I realize that no, I need this person's assistance. Then I come back to the person, you ask for direction. Is it a bad manner or a good manner?
You see, in the Ghanaian society, actually, when you are going to a place, okay, let's say we are all in one house, you are coming to look for someone in that house, and you don't greet, you go and look for if the person is there or not, and then you come back to come and greet. I can decide to answer you or not.
It's true.
Because it's not a good manner. We all see it to be a manner because, a good manner because you came to meet someone in the house, in that place.
Yes.
You are supposed to greet and ask where the person you are looking for is. You don't go, when you don't find the person, then you are coming to ask me. No, you don't do it like that. So the good manner is where the person that you came to meet accepted you asked the question, right? Okay. And the person is able to answer you with a cool and comfortable way.
Yeah, this reminds me of a guy who came to our house. It's like a compound house, okay? And then he came to our house and then was looking for someone. But the guy just went to the person's door and knocked, and nobody was there. So it's like, it was now that the person came back to come and greet the woman there, okay? That, good morning, please, where is this person? He said, like, you are mannerless. That's what the woman told the boy, like, you're mannerless. Because you saw us here before you passed. So, but you're supposed to greet us before you go and say, okay, please, I'm looking for this person, okay?
So that means that a good manner. So as we enter someone's house, the first thing is that your greetings.
Yes.
Tells them that, Lord, you are mannered.
Yes.
So in everything we do, so that means in everything we do, there must be a permission.
Yes.
Before you do something. We don't just stand up and do things anyhow.
Yes.
If you are going to an office, the office does not belong to you. So we not just straight into the office. You must knock. And you hear a response before you enter. So doing that, you are portraying what? A good manner. Then the other way around, that leads us what? The bad manner as well.
Yeah, and also, talking of good manners, see, some people feel comfortable doing some things around in public, okay? Yeah. And it's not everybody that find it comfortable.
Yes.
So when you feel like what I'm doing, people don't like, then you have to stop. It's not a good thing. It's not a good manner. The way you talk to someone, let's say you are prompting someone of what is wrong with the person's dressing or something, you don't have to shout, or you don't have to say so that everybody, you create attention, but you have to move to the person, then you talk in a manner which is nice. That is called manner, okay? Like you are calling someone and then you rake your finger like this. You can either call the person's name or you do like this. the person can come to you. Instead of doing it, that is show respect.
That is why I believe that with the French people, okay, with the use of their vous and then the tu, because with the French people, the tu is just for my colleague, let's say for between you and I.
Yes.
But with the use of the vous is for those people who are higher than me, those that like their status is
so
above me.
it normally used for a stranger, the person that you are meeting at the first time.
Yeah.
So you use the vous. For example, you want to ask of the person's name. Comment vous appelez? But among friends, you say tu t'appelles comment? Yeah. So that's a way they call it la politesse. So it's a way of showing what politeness. That leads to what mannerism.
Yeah. And one a differences I can draw between etiquette and a manner is, like, let's say for example, there are a set of rules in a particular company. Now when you are entering the office, you have to knock and greet before.
Yes.
And then I knock and then I greet you. Meanwhile, as I greeted you, your manner or the person I greeted, the person has bowed down his head. Does it show manner? Because that's the etiquette in that company or the office, that when I come there, I have to greet and knock. Yes. And I come and then you welcome me with your head, good morning. Does it show manner?
No, it doesn't show any good manner. Maybe it might be that that time the person is not in the mood, but no matter how it is, you are in office. Yes. So whatever your mood is from the house to the office, when we come, leave your feelings in the house and behave as how the company or the institution that working with, the code and conduct of the institution, behave as such.
This reminds me of my friends when they went to, it's like the man is a bank manager, okay, and he's very respected, and they went to his office. So when they went to his office, it's like somebody knocked on the man's door, and then unfortunately it's like one of them, it's like the man did not even answer the door or talk about anything about the door, but it was one of my friends like who said come in. Then the man did not talk and just watched them, and then when the person left again, they said that time, you are mannerless. Why? Because this is my office. So it's like you being there, you're not supposed to answer the door like on my behalf. Sure. You're supposed to wait. But maybe me not answering the door is due to some reason, okay? And you answer the door on my behalf whilst you are in my office. It's not your office, it's my office. Exactly. So like, since then, the man we've like cut all ties with them.
So that one we can say it is a type of etiquette based on, because etiquette has the social aspect and then the institutional aspect with the professional aspect as well. Yes. So talking about etiquette in offices, there are types inside. So what we are saying now, you can know a type of etiquette in that office. Yeah. So when let's say a meeting also is a type of etiquette. You are going for a meeting, you have to be on time. You be on time, then take note of every event that is happening at the meeting. So that is why it is good that when we are going for a meeting, you go on time. You will not delay before you go and chip into the ending or at the middle of the meeting. You'll be asking people what is about. No.
And the dress code too.
The dress code, it's also one important issue of etiquette. Yes, your dressing code talks a lot about who you are. Yes.
And also talking of a type of etiquette, I think telephone etiquette is one of the things that people really have to learn about it, because some people, when they are on phone, they don't know that they are on phone. They'll leave you hanging instead of them to say, "Oh, excuse me," or please hold on, please hold on for me. I'll be back. I'm doing something, or just some seconds. They won't tell you. You'll be on like that. You'll be on the phone, and your credit will be going. Meanwhile, too, they are supposed to, in a polite way, tell the person, "Please, I'm doing something or something." Or some people, when they are making a call, and you are like far away from them, you will be hear what they are saying because they shout. It's not a phone etiquette.
So they shout. So let me take this. So you are talking about etiquette in as a communication. If I call someone on phone, do I supposed to say hello first, or the one responding to the call supposed to say hello before I say whatever?
That one depends.
I believe that the other person who called you is supposed to say hello first. Yes. Okay. But with the phone etiquette too, I believe that, let's say when you make someone's call, okay, you are not supposed to say that maybe, I missed this person call, so maybe 10 hours later I'll call the person back. At least you're supposed to send a text message saying that, please, I'm busy for now, so later I'll call you back. That the person will know that, okay, this person is doing something, so later I'll hear from him or her. Yes. And I believe that we should not forget about going to the bathroom too. It's very, very important, especially the ladies' bathroom. I'm not leaving the gentleman's own out, okay, but it's very, very important because it's like it's rules and then regulations governing how you have to attend the public toilet, okay, or the offices, because there are ladies that they believe that they don't want to get infections. So when they go to the washroom, they rather stand on the WC, okay?
Yeah, sure.
And which also creates problem because maybe if you're unfortunate and you go after me and then something happens to you, it will be my fault.
So I mean, the right thing should be that when you're using a public toilet, so whatever, you have to flush it. When you use the place, you have to make the place properly so that the
For
other person will feel comfortable to sit on it and use it. But a situation where some people are not well mannered, I don't care, it's not my place, so they just go and then misuse the place anyhow like that.
Yeah, sure.
So that leads to why somebody, instead of sitting on the pot to feel relaxed, the person will stand on it, which is very bad.
Sure. Okay. And talking about type of etiquette, I think social etiquette is one of the things that you have to consider, okay? Yes. Because the circle, the relationship you have around with in the society is very important. Your friends, your family, the people around in your 18, okay, it's very, very important because if you are doing something and the other person doesn't like, you have to know that, this is the thing that the person doesn't like. So you have to know how and when to do some things, okay? It's called social etiquette.
And I believe that the social etiquette also goes into the business aspect, It's like the guiding and guiding them, the guiding force and the rules that is governing business. Because let's say I'm a business person and I'm going to meet someone to propose my business deal. Or means there is some procedure, let's say a formal handshake they are supposed to do. So what if, let's say, if you don't know that you're supposed to give a handshake and you rather go and give the person a hug or a kiss, it puts you at a tremendous disadvantage,
Yes,
like
sure.
maybe even your proposal will not be accepted. And even, let's say in Japan like this, the one that you have to bow, okay, and the deeper you bow, the more respect is shown. What if you don't know the thing? It's like, all means you will not get the job, you will not get the deal.
So social etiquette boosts self-confidence. It makes you to feel real, authentic, and accepted in wherever you find yourself
exactly.
in.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, in addition to what you said about greetings, like generally, I think when in some cultures, okay, when you are greeting, it is more accepted. It is more accepted when you look eye to eye contact with the person. Okay, so. Dear viewers, the discussion is getting more interesting and exciting. But before we go on a break, don't forget that people define a person by who they are and the kind of behaviors they show up. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the short break.
Welcome back, viewers. Now let's take a quick story before we continue with our discussion. One day, Tommy was playing near his home. An old lady came in and asked Tommy the way to the garden. Tommy shouted at her, "Go and ask somebody. Can't you see that I'm playing?" The old lady felt insulted. She has some magic powers and she told Tommy, "From now on, whenever you tell bad words, a scar will appear on your face." That evening, Tommy was eating his dinner. And then he shouted at his mother because he didn't like the food. Suddenly, a scar appeared on his face. He then shouted at his younger brother to get a fork for him. Another scar appeared on his face. Tommy lost all his control and left the room angry. Suddenly, he fell down from the stairs and broke his leg. Tommy went to the room and looked at the mirror. His face was full of scars. He felt really sad and started crying. He realized all his mistake. Seeing that his mom and dad came to the room, Tommy told his dad, "Could you please leave me alone for some time?" The moment Tommy said the word, "please," one of his scars disappeared. Then Tommy suddenly felt happy. The next morning was the beginning of a new life for Tommy, and he started using the words "please," "thank you," and then "sorry," etc., etc. All his scars disappeared gradually. One day, Tommy met the same old magic woman. He ran to her and said, "Thank you, madam. I realized my mistakes." Old woman patted his back and said, "Well done, Tommy. Keep it up. Now you are a good boy."
You see,
Wow, exciting.
you see how a good manner has influence on the boy.
Yes.
Yeah. The beginning, he was rude to the woman. So the woman tells him that, it is not good to be good, but anytime it's good to be good, right? So anytime you say something rude to somebody, a scar will appear on your face.
And I think with this, the proper use or the appropriate use of some communication tools help.
Yes.
Okay, it shows the kind of behaviors you have. Like, for example, screaming on the woman, it's not a good manner.
Yes, it's true.
Because sometimes you do some things to some people, they won't tell you, but you send it to someone, and then the kind of slaps or things you receive, in fact, you will learn your lesson.
Yes.
Okay, so for example, saying thank you to someone, it's nice.
Yes.
Though sometimes it doesn't really welcome thank you, but it's nice to say thank you when you're supposed to, and saying sorry when you do something bad to someone, it's nice.
I believe that we are supposed to give credit to Tommy, okay, because even though there were scars appearing on his face, at least he realized it himself,
Sure.
okay. When he was standing in the mirror, he realized it and said, okay, that means that from henceforth, I have to say thank you and then please and the rest. So it's like, by all means, if you don't realize it too, it becomes a problem. Maybe from your infancy, you were not trained with that, okay? So maybe growing up with it and then someone just telling you like that and you don't realize yourself, you can't be able to change it.
Yeah, and I think sometimes too, people tells you that this and this is what you do, that is not, is bad, it's a bad manner. You don't have to grow up with it. Yeah.
So manners as an etiquette we are talking about now. So it will be the responsibility of our parents. As we say, charity begins at home. So if your parent teaches you how to behave well in a society, in school, you also learn. Teachers will teach you how to behave in churches and mosques and whatever you find yourself in. So I hope it will be prudent enough for our parents to start teaching children beginning from the house how to behave. Should we know that if this guy was taught by the parent that when somebody asks you a question, don't shout on the person, just wait for whatever you are doing, respond to the person politely, I don't think he will behave as such.
And I really don't agree with you totally on the parent, because it's not only the parent's job.
Yes, it's true.
In your friends, there is a saying that bad friends corrupt good manners. Okay, the kind of friends you move with, it can detect or it can make you prove yourself to be a good person or a bad person. It can make you show up some attitude which are not acceptable in the society.
But let me charity begins at home from the beginning. If the child was retrained from the beginning, even when you meet your friends that are having bad manners, your behavior alone can also influence them for them to change.
Yes.
Are you getting it? So it doesn't mean that when you go out, whatever your friends are doing, then you also just chip into it. No.
But I believe that the woman too depicts the society, okay? Because by all means, if let's say sometimes parents can't control their kids, so if by all means, if the child does something bad, and then the society also reprimands the child, it will also help in shaping the children's future.
Yes,
because
sure.
the woman shows that it means that society has its part to play.
Yes.
Okay. In teaching good manners,
yes,
even
sure.
though charity begins at home.
Yeah, I agree with you, because it's not solely the parents' job. Because when you are in the house with the children, they will definitely go out. You can't calm them forever. They will go out, they will go and play, they will meet different people. What do they learn? The kind of things or the etiquette, the things that they go through in the society has a part. The friends has a part. The family has a whole has a part in shaping a child.
That's why in the olden days, okay, mostly in a community like this, when a child does something bad, by all means, all the parents will reprimand the child. Not only, even you, the mother, you just be sitting there and be watching your child being beaten or being scolded. But now it's very, very difficult to do that.
It is true. We must look at some of the practices that leads us to what?
Exactly.
Etiquette and manner.
Exactly.
So I hope with the help of the video will help us to know how to practice etiquette and good manners.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is a bad manner, okay?
Yeah, you can see from the video that the woman is pointing out in public that you are supposed to close your zip. Whilst maybe you're supposed to do something it's very embarrassing. It makes the person feel uncomfortable in public.
But instead,
you can see that from the guy's expression that he's not feeling comfortable.
You should rather private the guy, tell him that this and this and that is happening, so that the guy will be able to manage the situation at that place.
So with this, when some people invite you to a restaurant, you have to wait for them. When they bring all their food, then you eat. You don't have to eat and yours first.
Well, yeah, you have to wait so that you eat with that. Even when, let's say we have gone for a party, then after eating, you have to thank the one who called you to the party. Yeah, you have to thank the person.
They are showing how a lady should dress properly. That was also very important,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and with this, it really happens a lot. So when people go to church, and programs like this, they wear watches and wear chains and wear earrings. Like, it makes the jewelry look so, like, you look plain, like too full. It's not good. You're supposed to wear at least one jewelry.
Yeah. So dressing code also talks about, especially the guys. So you see some people will put on a black shoe with a white belt, which is mostly not accepted. So as we are saying it, you can see that she's trying to wear things that matches with the kind of color that she's
the
using.
dress code. Yes,
it's nice.
Some people, they dress bizarre and then they send it to public, especially the kind of color combination they will have. In fact, is out of context, but they still feel if you go and say it now, the kind of things the person will tell you. Meanwhile, they are supposed to learn some of these are the dressing etiquettes that we have.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes the dressing etiquette helps you not to look out of place. Yeah, this one especially, picking of noses. Most people do that. Sometimes it's like unconsciously they do that without realizing it. It makes you feel like what.
So what I told must be the importance of practicing etiquette in among ourselves or whatever we find ourselves in. You'll see that if you are a good manner, it will help you to get an employment.
But before that, the question I'll put up there is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Do you see yourself exploring the world, experiencing different culture, influencing the people around you? If your answer is yes, then I'll urge you to tighten your manners. You have to invest in yourself more with your manners, and also learn a lot of etiquettes, because that will help you to go far. They said a good name is better than riches. Not even money can buy manner or character.
So that might be one of the importance of being having a good manner.
Sure.
So owing to that as well, let's say you want a job, you are going for an interview. The manner in which you dress or you behave over there also can earn you an employment. I quite remember there was a story that 3 people had to go for interview, and they don't know that the one who is going to have the interview then was already there. So they scattered the chairs in the room. The light was on. The first person entered the room, just sat down without doing anything about it. The second person came, and then the third person came. As soon as he entered greeting, he looked round, off the light, then I rearranged the chairs. 5 minutes later, the one to interview them stood up and said the interview was over.
Wow.
Then they said, why interview was over? He said the interview started as soon as you entered the room. The one who was able to off the light and rearrange the chairs in the room
and the
is qualified. You see, so good manner ends with what? Job.
Yes. Sure. It also leaves a good impression, on others, okay? Because I believe that there was one that the guy was going for a journalism interview, and they were looking at the dressings rather, okay? So the guy who was going for the position of cameraman was dressed very officially, and then he was saying that they can't hire this person because you are dressed like
the dressing code does not match with what
rather than a
the
cameraman
work that you want to do.
Yes, it does not match it at all.
Yeah, sure. And I think one of the benefits or the reason why we need to uphold etiquette and manner is you gains respect and it makes you stand out.
Yes.
It creates a room for a comfortable or a room for people to come closer to you.
Yeah.
Because if I need a confider, someone to confide in, tell my issues to, and then I know you are a person who doesn't have manners, you talk anyhow to me, you don't welcome people, I will not feel comfortable around you, or I can't even come to you for any advice.
It's true.
So it helps you it creates a comfortable space around yourself.
Yeah, and I believe that at your workplace too, it makes you seem more capable and more intelligent than the others. So when they are considering some people for promotion, I believe that by all means they will consider
recommendations.
Yes,
sure.
Because let's say if you're always punctual with your work, always punctual. When they tell you that deliver it at this time, you always deliver it even before that time or maybe just that time. So by all means, it's very good. I believe that there are so many benefits about it.
Yes. So benefits. Our siblings, some of them, they don't know about this etiquette and manners that we'll be talking about. So it will be good that we extend this kind of teachings to them so that they will also understand when they go out, they will know how to relate and behave so that people will know that, this person is coming from what? A house.
Yeah,
or
sure.
a home, not a house.
And also not to breach laws or break rules and regulations, which is the etiquette. Even in class, you have etiquette. You take somebody's pen, you return it.
Yes.
You take somebody takes your money or you borrow money from someone, you return it. You don't wait for the person to come and ask.
Yes.
And the way we even talk, it all benefits of etiquette. It helps us. It shapes us.
And some people also misconstrue etiquette as the do's and don'ts of social interaction. We know that there are guidelines that varies from culture to culture, but true etiquette and then also good manners lies within the individual. By all means, if the people around you, if you are thoughtful about them, by all means, there are some things that you will not say to them, or there are some things you consider their feelings before doing something.
Sure, exactly.
I believe that is very good.
Yeah. So let's say this one as a job place where you see an elderly person being a security man and then a young lady. So supposing the lady comes to work, then the security man is supposed to open the door for the lady to enter. People will see that, this one is a disrespect. Because why should you, a young lady, be there? Then an old man should open the door for you. So they talking about superiority and then inferiority. Like the lady is more superior than the man.
And
but
even
that, in an actual sense, that is not it, because it's their way of showing a manner.
Yeah. Yes. And even in our African society, see, there are some things called practices that in the Western world they do, and here we don't do it in an African society, like opening a door for a lady to enter. They see it to be last. Maybe you're having some feelings for the lady, or you want to say something to the lady, so that's why you are being nice.
Yes.
Okay. And also, I think one of the misconceptions people have about etiquette and manner is that they think it doesn't shape people. Like, you don't become real, you fake lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
And I believe that's why recently during elections, most especially, you see, they allow pregnant women and then old women to vote before the younger ones. But there are so many youth that will be complaining that why are you doing that? Because sometimes you come there from dawn, so it's like you'll be staying there just for the old men and the pregnant women to live. Sometimes it doesn't depict your good manners. Okay, it depicts that this person needs training, more training and other things. So far so good. We've come to the end of the road for today. I believe that you enjoyed the show as much as I did, because I really did. I learned a lot. Always remember that this is the Daily Trend Season 3 on New World TV Info English. We air on Tuesdays and Fridays 8:15 a.m. and then 4:15 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays same time. According to Alexander Moko Smith, he says that manners is the basic building blocks of a civil society. Yes, so I believe that you should be able to have good manners, be able to learn mannerisms. Thank you. Have a lovely day.